So, Gator fans, man, y'all thought that y'all was about to do something to the champ. And yes, I said the champs. Y'all thought y'all was about to do something to us. Let me put it this way. There are 128 teams in college football. And right now, can you guess which is the only team in the country that is undefeated? Yes. See, I was hearing all these fans of other teams besides the Gators trying to hate on my team. And you know what? It's all good. Like I told y'all before, I embrace that hate. Bring all that hate. Keep the hate coming. Keep it coming. Because all we do is win. All we do is win games. Y'all talk shit about us, say that we can't finish, that we have no run game. We just ran our running back Dalvin Cook just ran 144 yards on the best SEC rush defense. And apparently the SEC is supposed to be much better than the freaking, ACC and everything like that. And guess what just happened to them? Just blanked them. 4 teams came up in there, and the SEC won 0. 4-0 to the SEC. So good on you, Clemson. Good on you, Georgia Tech. And good on you, Louisville. And FSU, of course, we're going to hold it down. See, I've been trying to tell you guys, the SEC isn't this all-world league. There isn't anybody in the SEC besides Alabama that are world beaters. There's nobody in this freaking conference that are world beaters. I will give Alabama that they are a legitimate team in that conference. But every one of you other teams out there, all of y'all are mediocre. Freaking Georgia, yes. Tennessee, yes. Kentucky, yes. Freaking Ole Miss, yes. Auburn, yes. Arkansas, hell yes. So don't come and talk to me about, oh, well, if you guys would have played an SEC schedule, you guys would not be undefeated. Yeah, kick rocks. 28 came, 28 tried, and 28 failed. Until somebody comes and beats us, then you guys hush your mouth. Now let's go over this game or whatever. Okay, so Florida, we spot you 9 easy points because Jameis Winston in that first quarter was really off. He was just throwing some terrible, he was making terrible reads or whatever. I mean, your corners are playing press coverage. I mean, and I've never doubted, I've always said that Florida has a really good defense. Their defense has always been good. So, I think it was like Jabari Gorman got the first one. That was a hell of an interception. Then Brian Poole got the second one. I don't know who got the third one or whatever. But, all 3 of those got stalled by our defense. And I'm so kudos to our defense for finally stepping up. I have been waiting for this kind of defensive performance out of us all season. From now on, guys, that's how you play defense. You attack, you step on their toes, you tackle, you hit the right gaps, you press the receivers at the line of scrimmage. That's how you play defense. Florida drove down and got 3 field goals, and then right after that third interception that Winston threw in the first quarter, my boy Terrence Smith pick sixed it all the way back to the house. That was a huge momentum swing, and from there we got rolling. We got the ball. We drove it down the field. Dalvin Cook was just making explosive plays or whatever. And then Nick O'Leary had back-to-back touchdowns in the end zone. And then we kind of spotted you guys a little bit of a gif when Case and Beatty just stopped on the punt or whatever. He wasn't blocked. He just pretty much stopped his motion. But that was more on DeMarcus Walker because I don't know who the hell he was blocking. Him and Roderick Hoskins are supposed to, anybody that's never played football before or whatever, there's a wedge. There's usually a 3-man wedge or whatever. And what that 3-man wedge is supposed to do is they'll split open so that way the punter, the long snapper, can get the ball to the punter. Now, once the ball is snapped, the wedge is supposed to, form a little, block or whatever, so that way the defenders either have to go over top or try to go around that wedge. DeMarcus Walker and Roderick Hoskins made 0 wedge, and I have no idea what the hell happened. And they just went straight after Casey Bay. I mean, kudos on Florida. I mean, their special teams unit, they've been doing their thing, and they're pretty good. I mean, this Florida team, I've always said that their defense is truly, amazing. Because Will Muschamp is a hell of a defensive coach. Now, as far as him being a good as far as him being a good head coach, now that's another story, and that's debatable for another moment or whatever. Um, but ultimately, I mean, we got the W. I mean, it was a hard fought win. It wasn't easy or anything like that. But I mean, still, what we keep doing is we keep grinding. We keep grinding. We keep pushing out W's, and this metrics that they like to call game control. That shit needs to immediately stop. Think about this. I don't care what conference you're in, and anybody can admit this. I don't care what conference you're in, what league you're in, what division you're in. To go undefeated in a regular season is hard. It is hard. There's 128 teams that play college football, and only one team was able to finish that. And mind you, this is the team that just won the national championship last year. So, despite the fact that we didn't dominate like what we did last year, give it to us that we are a good freaking team. I mean, also, the team that we had last year, that was a historical team. That team scored more points than any other team in FBS history. Plus, that we had the number one defense. I mean, scoring defense, and like we were like second in total yards. But like we were like 1, 2, and 3 in like a bunch of defensive stats, and then like we were like 1, 2, and 3 in like a bunch of offensive stats. So we were the top offense and we were the top defense in the country. That is not an easy performance to repeat. So, next week we're gonna have a big matchup versus Georgia Tech. I'm not gonna sleep on these boys. These boys are gonna be a tough matchup. I mean, this is gonna be a very tough matchup. Perfect option, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm ready. I'm ready for you guys. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a good matchup. I still think we're gonna pull out with a W or whatever. I'm glad that you went ahead and beat Georgia. So that way that can forever shut up those dog fans who's sitting here talking ish about the ACC and FSU. You guys play in the ACC, you guys are weak or whatever. Well, guess what, Georgia? You guys just lost to Georgia Tech, who is the Coastal champions. And you guys, if everything would have played out, would have been the East champions. So, quiet. Anyway, man, I'm just happy about this. I mean, Knowles, we got the victory, doing victory laps around the house and everything like that. I mean, this year it's not easy to watch Knoll games, man. We're definitely not making it any easier on ourselves. We make a lot of mistakes, but I mean, that just shows you the resiliency of a team. Think about this. A team can turn the ball over 4 times versus the number 1 defense in the SEC and still find a way to win the game. That's a heart of a champion. Love us or hate us, it's a heart of a champion. Also, kudos on Will Muschamp for kicking out that dude, Willis, because that was a cheap shot that he took on Jameis Winston. That was a bullshit cheap shot, and like that is not something that is ever needed in football or anything like that. That is way out of bounds or whatever. That dude needed to be kicked out, and I'm glad that he did get kicked out. Anyway, good luck to you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and go Noles, baby.